Ladies and gentlemen, we are just waiting on our chief guest to begin the proceedings, and he will be here shortly. So thank you very much for your patience, and we'll get started in a few minutes. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are about to start the proceedings. Please rise as our distinguished guests join us and we start the ceremony.
Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the national anthem of Sri Lanka.
Sri Lanka Mata, Abba Sri Lanka, Namo, Namo, Namo,
Please be seated. As we begin, we would like to welcome our special guests to light the oil lamp. Chief guest for the evening, Honorable Chaturanga Abesinghe, Deputy Minister of Industry and Entrepreneurship Development. Guest of honor, Mr. Orlando Edwards, Country Director, British Council, Sri Lanka. Dr. Lee Barron, Director for Transnational Education, Northumbria University. Ms. Molly Clark, Transnational Education Development Coordinator, Northumbria University. Dr. Linda Spelderwin, Founder and Chairperson of AOD. Nilmini Jayasinghe, Chief Executive Officer of AOD. Professor Thomas Atkinson, Director Academic Affairs of AOD. Thank you. You may take your seats. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us at the AOD Convocation Ceremony, together with our partner university, Northumbria University. I would like to warmly welcome you all to this evening's proceedings. Today is a very special day for AOD, and we are extremely happy to have gathered here. The students graduating today started their journey with AOD during one of the most challenging years in Sri Lanka, coming out of COVID lockdowns to fuel shortages and economic crisis. It has definitely been a long journey, but we are extremely proud of all the achievements, which is the outcomes we see today. As we begin, we would like to humbly request you all to please put your mobile phones on silent, and we hope you enjoy the rest of the evening. To begin the proceedings of today, I would like now to welcome AOD Chairperson, Dr. Linda Spelderwin, to deliver the welcome address. Linda Spelderwin, founder of AOD, is a visionary entrepreneur that leads the development of Sri Lanka's creative industries, building an entire ecosystem around design by founding event platforms such as the Sri Lanka Design Festival, Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week, to retail platforms like Fashion Market and Urban Island that link traditional craft with contemporary design to sustain the country's creative heritage with new international markets and housing it all at Colombo Innovation Tower. Linda's work enriches Sri Lanka, stemming from education and resonating through creating opportunities for those employed in design. The recipient of many awards, both local and international, she is a spirited, innovative, and fearless entrepreneur, and the same principles lie at the core of AOD and its students. Please join us on stage, Dr. Linda Spelderwin.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I want to warmly welcome you to the convocation of this graduating batch of 2024. Firstly, I'd like to welcome our chief guest for this evening, Honorable Deputy Minister Chaturanga Abesinghe, Deputy Minister for Industries and Entrepreneurship Development. Well, when we founded AOD, we had a plan for Sri Lanka, and it was to make Sri Lanka South Asia's creative hub. There are 2 decades into it, and over the next 10 years, we plan to really establish this vision. This year at Sri Lanka Design Festival at Cinnamon Life, we relaunched this vision with our partner nation India for the next 2 years, really encompassing this whole vision of Sri Lanka being South Asia's hub. And AOD has led the way in this, And over the next decade, our students, our alumni, and all of us are determined to deliver this for Sri Lanka. So we are really honored, Minister Chaturanga, for having you here today. And we hope that it'll be a new beginning of us working, creativity and entrepreneurship going hand in hand. And AOD graduates have contributed immensely over the last 2 decades. And we hope over the next decade to really establish and deliver this vision for Sri Lanka. We'd also like to welcome our guest of honor for this evening, Orlando Edwards, Country Director for British Council in Sri Lanka. Now, the British Council and Britain are the ones who introduced the whole concept of creative industries to Sri Lanka. Many years ago, I won an award called the Creative Entrepreneur Award, which took me to the UK, and I was able to really study how the creative industries is the biggest contributor to the national economy of UK, wealth generator, job creator, and the immense potential it had for Sri Lanka. So since then, the last 10 to 15 years, we've worked closely with the British Council to try and build this sector for Sri Lanka, stemming from education, but really taking design out to industries, uplifting livelihoods, all of the impact that the creative industries can deliver. And we hope that we can do the same to our national economy very soon. So thank you for being with us today to hopefully reignite our relationship again with the new landscape that Sri Lanka is in, Orlando. I'd like to welcome our partner university, Dr. Lee, for being with us today, Dr. Lee Barron. Northumbria University has been our partners for the last 15 years. It's a powerful partnership in design. Dr. Lee will speak to you more about Northumbria University, but we are immensely grateful, and in this South Asia hub for Sri Lanka, we hope in this vision to strengthen our relationship with Northumbria University and make Sri Lanka the hub, like Singapore was for East Asia, for students to come. And AOD has a unique position in design, and by enhancing these opportunities, we hope that our alumni and you who go out there would also have more opportunities in Sri Lanka. And I'd also like to welcome our own team for the immense work put together. Our CEO, Nilmini Jayasinghe, Director of Studies, Thomas Atkinson, and the incredible faculty and the rest of the team. I mean, our students know how much our faculty means to them, and AOD is our faculty and our students. So I'd like to welcome all our faculty to this evening. And I'd like to also welcome mainly the parents. And I think I think the most I feel this evening is for you, because I know first is for having to be progressive parents and back your students to do something like design. We've had straight-A students selected for medical, and parents having to make the decision in a traditional society like ours to back them to do design. So the fact that you're here already says you're very progressive and you supported your students' dreams. I can only imagine the hardships that you've gone through to get our students to where they are today to graduate. And on their behalf and on our behalf, I'd like to welcome you and extend a warm thank you, extend a very heartfelt thank you to you as well for supporting them through this journey. And finally, to our students and our graduating class. Well, at the beginning of the journey, I mean, on a personal basis, I like to think that I'm like the pilot of a plane. I meet you at the beginning and at the end. And in between, the AOD pedagogy and everything is guided by the vision that we put together. So as you step into the world today, I mean, AOD is you, and you are AOD. And I'd like to remind you the basic things that I like to inculcate in you when you joined AOD. So first is congratulations for what you've done today. But it's certainly the beginning of a journey. It's not an end at all. Today you can step into the world with what you got the last 3 to 4 years. You have a lens that AOD has given that you have developed that'll help you see the world with. That's what education does, right? It gives you the lens to see the world. So you're different from anybody else. You have a unique thing that you take to the world. And also, if you look at yourself 3 years or 4 years ago, I think you will probably maybe not recognize yourself. Maybe think about that student who came to AOD 4 years ago, right? So probably you spread your wings, you've grown, and what AOD always says is, we deliver entrepreneurship in you. We want you to be entrepreneurial. We want you to be change makers. We want you to create impact, right? So we don't expect you to fit a mold. We want to amplify who you are And as you set forth today, remember, you're innovators, you're creators. You can approach the world in a cynical way. Many people are cynical about Sri Lanka. I've been an entrepreneur here for the last 15 years, able to create a whole sector for my country. And at AOD, what we inspire students to do, and AOD students have done phenomenal work the last 15 years. And I would hope that you will join them. You can take a cynical approach, but then, you can do a 9-to-5 job and just be there. That's not our space. We don't follow the tribe. We are innovators, we are creators, we are change makers. And you have to put up with cynicism, right? That's part and parcel, whether you're the government or whether you're the industry or whoever. If you're going to drive change and innovation, you have to put up with cynicism and criticism. So you are change makers, and I hope you will contribute, whether you're going overseas, whether you're going into your job, take that entrepreneurial spirit with you, and your own authenticity, everything you have with you, and not be put down. Crazy is a compliment in the world of entrepreneurship and in the world of creativity, right? So just, you can dull those voices, be comfortable with the turbulence you are in, you will be in, as an entrepreneur, as a creative entrepreneur, and go create that impact. Don't be afraid. AOD has prepared you very well, not changed you, enhanced your own authenticity. So my wish for you today as you graduate is that you will have that vision we told you to have when you join AOD. You have a vision. Today set another vision for yourself. It can change, but step into that world with a vision. You can change course, you can do whatever, but remember that vision. That's what gets you up. That's what makes you do things wherever you go. So class of 2024, we are super proud of you, letting you go with a lot of love, support, and AOD is always there. We are always with our alumni for years through their journey. So it's certainly not the end. And I wish you all the very best. Go create your impact. You got this. And congratulations once again. And leaving you with the words of Steve Jobs, those of you who think you can change the world are the ones who actually do. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Speldovin.
This one goes out to the bold, the raw, the brave, to the next generation of dynamic realists. We can change the world. To those who create and conquer, to those who are future-proof, to those who embrace the changes and fight. From the thinkers to the overthinkers, the game changers, the ones who want to share their voice, it's time to get to work. Be that voice of design and innovation, of sustainability and love. Use it to take over the world. Because why settle for a future defined by others when you can create a future defined by yourself? And do it now. Be the calling for change. Be the calling to empower. Make your mark. Create spaces that evolve. Tell stories that inspire. And make movements that change lives. Because when others start to stop, we start to accelerate. We seize the day. We take opportunities and turn them into successes. Because we, like you, believe in growth. And we believe we can do it right. Creativity is a blueprint, and we are the architects of the future. You're finally among those who want to change the world. So congratulations, you found your calling. In fact, you are the calling. Because the power of design is only as powerful as you are. Are you ready for this brave new world? We are.
We are honored to welcome our guest of honor, Mr. Orlando Edwards, Country Director, British Council of Sri Lanka, to share a few words.
Honourable Deputy Minister of Industry and Entrepreneurship Development, Chaturanga Abasinga, Dr. Linda Spelvinder, Dr. Lee Barron, graduates, faculty, families and friends, very good evening, and it's lovely to be here and a great honour to be here. My name's Orlando Edwards and I'm the Country Director of the British Council. We've been in Sri Lanka for 75 years, and as a global organisation, we celebrated our 90th anniversary last year. Today marks the beginning of an exciting journey for all you graduates and for the world of design. Congratulations. You sit here and you'll be standing here later as the next generation of creative leaders ready to shape the world through design. At the British Council, we believe in the power of arts, culture and design to foster connections, build understanding and drive prosperity. Our work in architecture, design and fashion creates opportunities for collaboration and innovation. And it presents opportunities to explore social and cultural value of a wide range of disciplines. Our Creative Economy programme supports creative professionals by building networks, influencing policy, and fostering international collaboration. And we heard just a few minutes ago Dr. Spelvinder, her experiences winning one of those Young Creative Entrepreneur of the Awards back in 2007 or around that time, I think. And here she is today, spearheading Sri Lanka's preeminent Academy of Design. In Sri Lanka, we've also, as the British Council, expanded our support for artistic collaboration, cultural heritage preservation and climate action, ensuring emerging designers gain global exposure and opportunities. Our partnership with AOD goes back to 2007, and since then we have worked closely on initiatives such as the Young Creative Entrepreneur Awards, the Sri Lanka Design Festival, and facilitating international exposure for Sri Lankan talent. AOD has been a pioneer in design education, offering degrees in partnership with Northumbria University since 2009. And this collaboration has enabled graduates to gain international recognition and contribute to both local and global design industries. The partnership with Northumbria ensures AOD students receive a world-class education, equipping them with the skills and knowledge to succeed on an international stage. Northumbria University, of course, is renowned for its excellence in fashion, design and innovation, producing graduates who have gone on to work with leading brands and establish successful businesses worldwide. With state-of-the-art facilities, industry-aligned curriculum, and a strong emphasis on research and enterprise, Northumbria University offers students the skills, exposure, and international networks necessary to thrive in a rapidly evolving industry. This partnership enables AOD graduates to gain not only a globally recognized degree, but also the confidence and expertise to excel on the international stage. Graduates, as you step into the world, remember that design is a powerful force for change. Embrace collaboration, continue learning, and take your creativity beyond borders. Your journey with AOD and Northumbria University has given you a strong foundation, and now it's time for you to take off and take your mark. Look out for opportunities, such as the British Council's National Theatre live screenings and the Royal Opera House and Ballet in cinema screenings. These are great sources of inspiration and ideas, be that set design, staging, costume design or lighting, and many other creative faculties and disciplines. The British Council looks forward to continuing our collaboration with AOD and Northumbria University and supporting young designers such as yourselves to reach new heights. Congratulations once again, and we can't wait to see your impact on the world. Thank you very much, and have a good evening.
Thank you, Mr. Edwards. We'd like to invite Dr. Lee Barron, Director for Transnational Education, Northumbria University, our long-standing partner university, to share a few words with us. Please join us on stage. Thank you.
Hello. My name is Dr. Lee Barron. I'm the Faculty Director of Transnational Education at Northumbria University, and I work in the School of Design. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you to today's celebrations marking the success of Northumbria University students at the Academy of Design. Graduation is an important moment in the university and academic calendar. The formal ceremony, why we're here today, marks the end of your studies. It's a day to celebrate, to reflect on the hard work that has brought you to this moment, and also the determination to succeed. Soon you'll collect your certificate, you'll walk across this stage, and that's perhaps the most symbolic moment of this ceremony. As you take those few steps, you move from a student to a graduate. So 4 to 3 years ago, you came here wanting to be a designer, and now you are. And I want you to remember that, to imprint it on your memory and never forget. There's nothing like being an undergraduate, nothing like being a university student. And to be a graduate is such an important moment. Now, you've been supported by the Northumbria University community, many of whom are here today, and your wonderful AOD tutors, support staff, and management team. AOD is a wonderful environment that has given you everything you need to succeed. And I had the great pleasure yesterday of meeting the staff, watching teaching in action, and listening to truly inspirational students. AOD is a wonderful place. And of course, it is also a time to reflect on your family and how your family have supported you through this journey. So give them some thanks. But I'm sure you will. Universities are amazing places. They have an amazing contribution to local communities as well as international communities. They create new knowledge, new skill, and it flows out to Sri Lanka or beyond. And universities help to change lives. They genuinely help us take on tomorrow by providing the leaders of business, industry, and in your case, the talented designers of the future. So I'm proud to say, and this is not boasting, you are graduating from one of the UK's most exciting and best universities. Many of you should be aware, and I'm sure you are, that Northumbria was named the Times Higher Education University of the Year in 2022, and more recently, Modern University of the Year for 2025. These are really exciting achievements that we're all proud of. However, even more important, our graphic design program has recently been judged by the Guardian newspaper as the best in the country. So that makes us number one, and it makes you number one. But you already know that. So I'm really proud to think about this. Our partnership with the Academy of Design, which is now 15 years old, is a truly rewarding one. It's through global partnerships like this that both institutions can develop and thrive in what can be a challenging global world, and we can realize our vision. Northumbria and Academy of Design have a very similar vision for design education. It's a vision built on creating the kind of designers who can benefit industry, business, and the future of design. So, wherever your journey takes you, either here in Sri Lanka or perhaps much further afield in the world, you have an enormous individual and collective responsibility and opportunity to shape the future, and you're trained and educated to do that. So, as you leave here today, you become a Northumbria University and an Academy of Design alumni. That's part of a global family that is nearly 250,000 strong across the world. So wherever your journey takes you, I hope that you use what you've learned here over your years at AOD and truly make change for yourselves. And that's what going to university does. It fundamentally transforms you. And whatever you use that skill to do with your life. So again, this is something you excel at. You are designers. And so, I congratulate you once again, and I wish you every success for the future. Enjoy your well-earned day. You deserve it. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Lee Barron.
I've always been a creative thinker, and I always knew that design was an integral part of my life.
It took like one finance degree to realize that I did not want a 9-to-5 job. I wanted to explore my creativity.
Interior design, why I chose it was because I realized that it has an impact on people's emotions, behavior, and even productivity.
I was very fascinated about how clothing can express one's individuality and culture.
I've always been interested in the world of design, particularly its power to shape cultures and evoke emotions.
The best design is when it helps others.
Finally, a major project explores the intersection of heritage and innovation.
I explore the vulnerability of a person suffering from DID. I went with a digital ID registration center, so that is basically the legal registration point for people creating avatars in the metaverse.
I identified a gap in the market with regards to the Sri Lankan diaspora.
This animation, titled Catch the Sunrise, was a commentary on the creative ecosystem in Sri Lanka, creative burnout, and basically prioritizing a work-life balance.
I created a PSA on domestic abuse. It's a topic that is often silenced.
And so with the research finalized with a marketing plan and KPIs indicated, I saw that this market had the potential.
So the overall layout of this space, it is inspired by the process of what it's like to discover your cultural identity.
As a designer, I would like to emphasize more on Sri Lankan culture and work with Sri Lankan materials.
And I shifted my focus into building something for designers and creatives who have a big hold on the culture that we call our culture today.
One main aim of this project is to kind of portray how interior design can play a crucial role in solving the problem of cultural preservation within a minority community, whether it's in Sri Lanka or any other country.
Specifically, I have researched about how digital media, devices and human behavior can make new tendencies as our default patterns of our brains.
This project encapsulates the idea that journalists who have faced a lot of hardship in the past are given a space where they are protected.
There people can come and experience the whole lifestyle of being away from all the distractions in the physical world and then towards their spiritual aspect of living.
I really need to push myself to experience another dimension of textiles. It was challenging, but it was very rewarding. Finally, fashion as in the art form has helped me discover my values, vision and my purpose of life.
And I'm really excited to present my collection at Graduation Fashion Week next year at London.
Moving forward, I want to create more stories that resonates with people.
I am trying to get into the field of strategy, and right now I'm working as a junior creative strategist.
I am currently working with IO Interior.
I am working at Canvas Interior Design right now.
I am the junior creative marketing strategist.
I'm currently working at Incube Solutions as a junior executive designer. I already am working at a store as the in-house interior designer.
What I decided to do was start a company with a buddy of mine.
What I hope to achieve is to push the boundaries of design itself and also help people see beyond the limitations in their mind where design is cornered off as something aesthetic to repositioning design as a strategic tool that anyone can apply to help out themselves, their businesses, and eventually communities and humankind.
We'd like to now begin the conferment of the degrees for BA Honours in Fashion and Textile Design, Interior Design, Visual Communication Design, Motion Graphics and Animation Design, and Fashion Design and Marketing. We would like to invite Dr. Lee Barron on stage to award the degree to our 2024 Bachelor's Program students for Fashion and Textile Design and Interior Design. We'd also like to invite Professor Thomas Atkinson, Director of Academic Affairs at AOD, to join Dr. Lee Barron on stage. Thank you. And ladies and gentlemen, please do give a big round of applause for each and every graduate walking the stage today in recognition of all their hard work. Let's begin with Fashion and Textile Design. Fatima Akila Asan. Atulat Mudalige Susanya Kavindi Atulat Mudali. Raksana Chandranathan. Stephanie Madhushika Daniel. Nadira Dean. Petragam Hisari Nimnadi De Silva. Getni Mitara De Silva. Ranasingha Gedara Tisakya Lumbini Disanayaka. E.A. Suchini Prabudita Ekanayaka. Chanel Charuki Eliathambi. Hashari Fernando. Kurakula Surya Charmaine Primasha Fernando. M.L. Onetra Vidusari Gunatilaka. Ahalya Maria Gunavardhana. Dulnara Sandeepani Gunavardhana. Netara Tiashi Halvitegek. Trimana Hector Dilakshi Ireshika. Sasindu Johan Jayamaha. Gunagalage Satini Deudi Karunaratna. Aknimana Vidana Gamage Yuvani Punsara Karunatilaka. Lakshani Kirupaniti. Velangodage Ishini Nisansa Kumarasiri. Nanakara Vasam Jayakorige Lihini Monadi Nayanayakara. Hataluwa Patabandige Tisakmi Sehatma Patabandige. Netuli Amoda Piris. Patiyage Hirundi Dilitli Piris. Srisha Pereira. R.A. Saneli Odara Ranasinghe. Ranatunga Arachige Chanali Pabisara Ranatunga. Asheni Ravinayaka. Aramba Vatsage Sakuni Nemasha Rodrigo. Sahanya Siribadana. Gia Bavesh Taylor. Uberatna Gamage Dona Suvini Veronica. Patiranage Chatani Gayatma Vijayasekara. Mehara Shasini Vijayasinghe. Nabila Zawahir. Next, we move on to interior design. Amra Arshad. Alia Mohammed Aslam. වෙත්මාල් අතකෝරල. මෙරඟගේ ලහිරු රනුෂ්ක ෆර්නෑන්ඩෝ. Fatima Asma Ridmi Hanifa in absence. Nuzha Jalil. Shanuki Ishara Jayasuriya. Pavani Nimna Kaluarachi. Dunuja Nadil Kotalavala. Fatima Shanas Mohammed Lafir. Fatima Shihara Mazlan. Dahami Ama Muthukuda. Yeshaya Himangi Pereira. Tishaya Sanukshi Piris. Alan Piris. Harthiban Pushparaj. Afrin Riaz. Fatima Shamana Zarim Sabur. Sahar Nashwa Samidan. Kolgahawatage Avishka Joseph Lehan Sigera. Randeep Amaya Vikramasinghe. Iddagodage Senumi Dinanga Vijetilaka. Lamia Zoeb. Thank you, Dr. Barron. Please return to your seat. Professor Atkinson, please remain on stage. Dr. Barron, if you could please take your seat. We have Professor Thomas Atkinson remain on stage. Thank you. And we would like to invite Mr. Orlando Edwards on stage to join Professor Atkinson as we move on to awarding the degrees for visual communication design, motion graphics and animation design, and fashion design and marketing. Thank you. Visual communication design. Leandra Christina Devasurendra. Lanka Geeganage Harin Chandita Dharmaratna in absence. Next we have Chameli Heshala Kankanagamge Epa. Arani Giritharan. Naduni Yashodhara Gunaratna. Fatima Salma Mohammed Irshad. Chetali Karunakarage. Jaden Arin Solani List. Dahlan Nawaz. Mohammed Anas Nuha. Domingo Vitanage Chamal Aditya Paulis. Alia Riaz. Hassan Rizwan. Kanakka heva hiruna senna. Bethany Diana Marianne Tumbavilla. Hashan Nayanajit Rampola Vanigasekala. On to motion graphics and animation design. Tuan Suran Suhad Amit. Velatantrige Sanuka Nimjit Boteju. Dylan Andrew De Silva. Daniel Nathan Ferdinand. Shehan Jude Fernando. K.A. Netmi Vijay Singha Gunaratna. Mahipala Mudalige Courtney Cristiano Curtis Paris. Vikramage Ehasna Vidarshi Pereira. Amelia Megan Varnakula Surya Tisera. Fatima Mafra Uwais. Janit Sanjula Veerasekara. Chaya Veerasinghe. Kojita Sahan Vikramarachi. Anupa Vidyaratna. Pedigoda Manage Pavindu Yadisha. Yusuf Ahmad Zahid. Next, we have fashion design and marketing, Joanne Melissa Blom. Kaluwalage Sayuri Sulakkana De Silva. Vagisha Devmini Devapaksha. Egodawatta Arachige Dona Ruhini Tatsari Egodawatta. Cristo Buge Netangi Dilna Fernando. Wannaka Vatta Vaduge Amasha Rochelle Fernando. Disanayaka Mudiyenselage Samali Malinka Karunapala. W. Yalindi Pahanma. Samadhi Abiruvi Piris. Pitigala Acharilite Hoshini Navodya Pitigala. Sarala Pumanti Premaratna. Chamidi Rajasekara. Aminath Shiaya Shimri. Vikramarachige Dona Dinushani Tatiana. Senaya Vikramatunga. Ruvini Vijayatunga. Chatuni Devangi Vithanavasam. Thank you, Mr. Edwards and Professor Atkinson. You may return to your seats. Can we have a big round of applause for all our graduates of 2024? I would also like to add that our graduates who just completed their degrees in November last year, 90% of them are already placed in jobs, and AOD is very proud that they work very closely with each and every student in mapping out their next steps, whether it be going into the industry or going abroad or whatever their next step may be. So AOD is very proud of this and all very proud of the amazing work you all have all done. I would now like to welcome our chief guest, Honorable Chaturanga Abesinghe, Deputy Minister of Industry and Entrepreneurship Development. Please join us on stage, Honorable Deputy Minister Chaturanga Abesinghe.
Thank you and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me great pleasure and honor to be here today in the class of 2024 AOD graduation ceremony, especially the guest of honor, the Country Director, British Council, Orlando Edwards, Dr. Lee Baron from the university, CEO AOD Nilmini Jayasinghe, and parents and students, and also the inspirational female entrepreneur, Linda Speldoen, who has kind of made a real impact in the Sri Lankan design landscape and brought various things and started this journey and now giving many of you a similar opportunity to win the world. And also, we as a country, we should be proud the history of AOD and what it has done for the industry, as well as in terms of creating a unique festival, the Colombo Design Festival, the Mercedes-Benz Colombo Fashion Week, and various other initiatives that has made a significant landmark in Sri Lanka, especially connected with the tourism industry. And as Sri Lankans, we are now seeing a transformation in the country. And this is a time that we need everybody to think of change and be part of a transformation, because the entire nation has demanded a change in everything that we do, whether it's economy, our governance, our culture, and everything that needs to transform within the next few years. And I think as graduates, you do have a great responsibility in your hand to bring what you learn back to the society and make that pivotal change that everybody is longing for in many decades. And such change can only be done by people who are creative, who has the ability to solve problems, see things in a different aspect. Because most of the problems we have are complex. And we need people who has a design thinking mindset, because linear way of solving problems has not worked. So we need people who can think outside the box, who are creative thinkers and who can find solutions. I think many degrees that you took today, the core of those degrees is to find solutions for complex issues and also to see things differently than others. So whether may it be a hospital or a marketplace or a book or even a product, your creativity and capability is going to help. Because as a country, we need to grow. We need to grow with innovation and new products, product diversification, and in terms of solving consumer problems. And my personal view is that every business should have someone from AOD to help them craft their strategy, to help them draw up their product line, and also help them to communicate things in a different manner where the consumers will understand. So this particular discipline will make a huge change in Sri Lanka, and if I don't know how many of you are willing to stay back, but please do so, because there's a lot to do, and especially on the SME sector and the crafts and the creative industry, which is part of our tradition, which are unique. Sri Lanka doesn't have many unique things to sell. Of course, we do have our tea, coconut, and rubber, but apart from that, what do we have as Sri Lankans? It's the arts and crafts. The craft industry is dying. The previous governance or governments have not looked into preserving that knowledge, which may be thousands of years old, that has come from generation to generation. But that entire industry is dying, but it all needs a facelift. It all needs design capabilities for them to become better, not only locally, but also go globally. And from the Ministry of Industries and Entrepreneurship, we are very open to collaborate with you, Linda and Nilmi. We would like to work closely because we have a mandate to safeguard and preserve these creative industries. And also on the entrepreneurship side, all of you can become professionals, but there is opportunity to become entrepreneurs as well. So in that aspect also, there's a lot of support that we would like to give going forward in a collaborative way. So I think I want to speak few words without the text. So basically, I mean, 16 years ago, I was seated like you, graduating from University of Sri Jayawardenepura in the discipline of finance. So I got my internship in the same discipline because there's no other place to go. So we started like that. But as time passed by, I started feeling it's not my thing. Everything that came up new, I used to put my hand up and take. So from 3 years onwards in my career, I moved to technology. I didn't have an IT degree. 2 years from then, after setting up a business, I was asked to go to a very rural area in India to set up a business, which I didn't know anything. I didn't know manufacturing. I didn't know financial, structures, because I have never ran a company. But few of us took that challenge and we went and made changes in lives of about 600 people. We saw how those women who only had, very basic work to do, to becoming employed and making their lives change. That is where I kind of changed my entire career. Then I came back and joined the HR division. And that as an analyst. People analytics, we started first in Sri Lanka in 2014. And time passed by, I said bye-bye to finance, which is not my profession anymore. And then I took on data analytics. Again, it was the first to start in Sri Lanka. So what I'm trying to say is, and I think I follow the quote of Richard Branson, when someone offers you a great opportunity, and if you don't know how to do it, say yes and take it, and learn how to do it. That's the same philosophy I followed a few years ago, which I never expected to be in politics. And today I'm a minister or deputy minister, trying to make change for entire country. The previous organization I worked for 16 years. The only reason I was there because it was impacting 115,000 people across the globe. Not only 115,000 and their families and their children. So there was opportunity for me to take, which I never knew what politics means, to take opportunity and change millions of lives. So here I am talking to you in a very uncomfortable ceremonial dress, which I have never worn. But it's about how much you want to make an impact. And if you really think about it, it's what's going to last for you when you become, older. I think Linda has shown it. And there are a few things that we talk about entrepreneurship, from learning something as a graduate and becoming entrepreneur, you tick that box. We talk about female entrepreneurs, you tick that box, Linda. And when you want people to make a change in the society and make a sustainable business, and you have ticked that box also. So it's basically getting inspired by people, and not many will take it up, but I urge you to think of entrepreneurship, think of creating something new, not only for you, but for the entire society. How much value that you can create and what's the purpose of your life. I know at the age of you where you are, it's quite serious stuff. I also didn't realize it, but till I turned 31. So I think at the age of 31 only I started learning. Until that I went on the system, school, graduation, work, and then you realize this is not for me. So when you start learning, and I think you have all the capabilities that's been given as a foundation, the ability to learn, unlearn, create new things. I don't think many graduates in Sri Lanka have the capability that you have. So I think it's up to you to take that challenge, take that skill, take that capability, and make an impact in this country. And this country needs people like you. This country needs skill like you. Because every industry is dying as we speak. Every industry needs inspiration. Every industry needs a facelift. Every industry needs a better communication. Every industry needs a value addition. From traditional exports that we do, we need value-added exports. And it's basically up to creative people and like you and who has learned design thinking, who can solve problems in the world. And there's a lot to solve, and we invite as government for you to join any place in Sri Lanka, whether it's government or private sector or as an entrepreneur, create that value. And if some of you have already decided to move out, please go, learn the best in the world, come back in 5 years, and there will be a better country than today for all of you and for your future generation. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Chaturanga Abesinghe. I would like to kindly call you back on stage as we will now progress to the bachelor's degree graduates who have earned first-class honors. Honorable Chaturanga Abesinghe, Deputy Minister of Industry and Entrepreneurship Development, we are honored to have you give away these awards. BA Honours Fashion Design and Textiles, Raksana Chandranathan. A big round of applause. ML Onetra Vidusari Gunatilaka. Lakshanya Kirupaniti. නානායක්කාර වාසම් ජයකොඩිගේ ලිහිණි මොනාදි නානායක්කාර. Next, first class honors for interior design, Amra Arshad. Pavani Nimna Kaluarachi. Fatima Shahnaz Mohammed Lafir. Yeshaya Himangi Pereira. Hartiban Pushparaj. Afrin Riaz. Sahar Nashwa Samidan. Next, we have first class for visual communication design, Shameli Heshla Kanam Kwe Epa. Dulana Chatmal Havindu Ethugala. Naduni Ashodhara Gunaratna. Fatima Salma Mohammed Irshad. Mohammed Anas Nuha. Alia Riaz. Next, we have first class for motion graphics and animation design, Tuan Suran Suhad Amit. Dylan Andrew De Silva. Chaya Veerasinghe. Finally, first class in fashion design and marketing, Cristo Buge Netangi Dilna Fernando. Vandaka Vatta Vaduge Amasha Rochelle Fernando. W. Yalindi Pahanma. Samadhi Aviruvi Piris. Chamidi Rajasekara. Aminath Shiaya Shimri. Vikramarachige Dona Dilushani Tatiana. Senaya Vikramatunga. Ruvini Vijayatunga. Shatuni Devangi Vithanavasam. Thank you, Deputy Minister. You may take your seat. Can we have another big round of applause for all our first-class students? This year, we have witnessed an unprecedented number of students earning first-class degrees. In response, we have made an extraordinary decision to recognize 3 students as joint valedictorians. 2 students achieved the highest academic distinction, while a third exceptional student not only excelled academically, but also made outstanding contributions to AOD life and the broader community. First, we would like to invite Nethangi Fernando and Ruvini Vijayatunga, who have tied for the top receiving identical scores, and we are delighted to invite them both to share their valedictorian remarks.
Good evening, distinguished guests, teachers, parents, and my dear colleagues. We are proud and honored to be here on this podium as AOD's first ever joint valedictorians from batch 2024. Well, if you don't know us, I am Ruvini Vijayatunga.
And I'm Nethangi Fernando.
And cheers to Dulana Etugala too. Standing here today is indeed a shock and a surprise for both of us. We are grateful for this opportunity, knowing that our hard work paid off, spurred on by our personal competition and shared desire to be the best we can.
This is just the beginning for each of us, trying to prove to ourselves that our skills are not to be slept on, trying to make our inner child happy, plus keeping ourselves grounded to our values and life. All of you here did the same. You put in the work, the pain, the time and effort to reap the success today.
And as Alexander McQueen once said, you must know pain to create fashion or design. It's all about knowing life and death and expressing it in your work.
The sacrifice, dedication, which we poured into our respective work made us equals. And I know that in the future, all of us will be driven to push ourselves over the comfort zones even more. From the start of our design journey, Wiseword reminded us that this degree is like a bus ticket. Not just any bus ticket, but a golden one. Just like buses, opportunities come and go. Now, you got that ticket into your hands. So guys, don't pass on those excellent opportunities.
And we have been learning to unlearn everything taught at school in these 3 short years. And all these lessons brought back our inner child. The inner child who wanted to paint the walls around the house. The child who loved to raid their mothers' and grandmothers' wardrobes. The curious kid playing with the building blocks, sticks, Legos, and running wild with vivid imagination.
Without AOD being a pinnacle for us widelings to build our foundation, showing us ways to bring these big dreams to much more better and polished outcomes, we wouldn't have known the real design life. And if it weren't for our excellent panel of lecturers, our deepest gratitude to you, dear sirs and madams. You are the real masters in this university, guiding the big dreams of our inner children to blossom into the creative meant to be.
Sorry, if we didn't focus on our family relationships, postponing helping with the chores. In addition, sorry for not understanding your commitments and sacrifices when we were too absorbed in our work. If it wasn't for your support and time, we may not have been able to shape ourselves in this journey.
And you guys, seeing you all here fills us both with much more pride and admiration than we see in ourselves. Do you remember starting this journey from foundation, AODX classes during pandemic? Although with life being hybrid, the teamwork we accomplished to form memorable relationships which would last for a lifetime.
We shared skills, collaborated, and supported each other in many ways. Thus, I believe, being the most supportive and unified student body from the past 15 years. We learned, we fought, and we conquered.
We rode this journey together, but there comes a stop where we travel individually to pursue our own paths.
And as risky as every path is, take it. You know what your gut tells you. Trust it. Each path comes with its difficulties, its highs and lows, choices. And it is how you face them which will shape your future.
We did it, guys! Finally, we have accomplished what was deemed impossible.
We have inspired each other, aspired our younger batches, made our teachers and parents beam with pride every time they hear our names.
All of us live here with our immediate future secure.
Be it employment with the industry, pursuing further studies, or even entrepreneurial ventures. Our journey at AOD prepared us to go forth and create an impact. And we are all eager and ready. Keep in mind, whatever path you choose, you will shine bright with your inner child. Thank you.
Thank you, Nethangi and Ruwadi. Now, we are pleased to invite Dulana Athugala, who not only excelled academically, but also truly embodied AOD values. Dulana has played a pivotal role in amplifying these values, and he has made significant contributions to the AOD community. Please join us on stage, Dulana.
I remember back in AODX, I had my first panic attack at AOD. We had a weekly pitch in a few minutes, and my team's presentation, which I was responsible for, was subpar. At least according to my expectations, we ended up scoring well, but I thought it was a big deal. And from panicking, thinking about small tasks like that, which seemed huge at that moment, us of the class 2024 has grown so much into the graduates we are today. Honorable Chief Guest, distinguished dignitaries, esteemed faculty, staff, proud parents, alumni, and my fellow graduates, good afternoon. I'm the valedictorian, joint valedictorian actually, which is even better. It's a testament to the competitive nature of our batch. The class of 2024 has always been an extremely talented bunch, and I take really good pride in saying this out loud. Because being surrounded by these classmates, these individuals, push me constantly to higher standards. Every crit I sat for was a learning experience and a source of immense inspiration. My co-valedictorian, Rohini, can vouch for the stress of AODX because it is our teams that competed for first place, alternating every week. And while I talk about competition, a little competition is healthy, but how we don't lose ourselves in this is making sure you take the time out to help your fellow. And moving through these years of grueling work can become lonely, and I'm proud to say we did it together. I have never regretted the time I took out of my own work schedule to help a fellow classmate out. And I think we should keep this in mind when we are stepping into the industry. The industry we are stepping into is a very cutthroat place, and we should always remember to help out your fellow mates. And remember to help each other out without having expectations. It's not a bank transfer, like you do this, I do this. It's the favors that you gain that would also end up surprising you and helping you out in the most dire times of need. And one more thing that brings me great joy is the campus life we built over the past 3 years. Yes, academics were the priority, but it's important to step out of that bubble. How do we step out of an academic bubble? It was building social bridges from student life to networking. We established the student chamber. I think my classmates can remember we threw some awesome parties, and we met, while doing this, we met incredibly talented designers from the industry and also got a chance to work on international events. And most of this was possible through volunteering and not being afraid to say yes and being the person that does it for the experience. The skills you gain from this, paired with the facilitation AOD provides, creates an extremely good environment for a huge paradigm shift within us. It shifted us from being students or a child to being a fully equipped graduate ready to face the world. This simple act of not backing down from an opportunity led me to some of my fondest memories. From diving deep into Sri Lankan culture through working with collectives like the Akuru Collective and Columbuscope to taking that learning to a global stage. Currently, I'm based in Denmark studying at the Copenhagen School of Design and Technology while working with global clients like Maersk. All our journeys would take us to different places, but in the start, we're all dealt with different hands. The most important part here is being grateful for it. I'm grateful for my parents who supported all my crazy design projects. For example, when I told Amma, I'm going to stay in the Knuckles Forest Reserve for a week to study some of the most remote villages in Sri Lanka, or when I said, Apache, I need to print a book on fabric mesh, they didn't shoot those ideas down. We sat down and we figured out what's the most viable way to do it. And for that, I'm very grateful. Also, I want to thank my brother, who acted as my assistant and also a dummy quite a bit. So he supported me through a lot of things. And also, I'm really grateful for my partner, Anli, who supported me even through times when I buried myself in work and forgot about the rest of the world. I'm grateful for my teachers that molded my thinking from scratch. I came from a very STEM education where I was learning to become an engineer, and I took a complete career shift as a designer. The term thinking like a designer, we've heard it quite a bit in our syllabus, and it might seem tacky, but this mindset is a stronger skill in my toolbox. I'm also grateful for my friends. I'm not going to mention everyone by name, but I do carry a part of you guys with me always as my personality. Also, shout out to Drew, who is my other brain cell. A huge thanks goes out to AOD itself. I joined this institution as a scholarship student, which I can safely say changed and altered the course of my life. All my achievements comes as a reflection of the AOD design ecosystem. The industry connection and the networks I built, all this was facilitated by this unique institution. So I'm going to leave you guys, my fellow graduates, with 3 points to remember. Competition is good, but never forget to help your fellow mate. Be the person that does it for the experience. And finally, take a moment to be grateful for what you have right now. Thank you.
Thank you, Dulana. Can we have another big round of applause for our joint valedictorians this year? We would like to invite AOD CEO Nilmini Jayasinghe to say a few words and to bring the evening to a close. Please join us on stage, Nilmini.
Good evening, everyone. I think I'm the only one standing between you all and the next step in your celebrations. It's been an amazingly inspirational evening, and hearing all the inspired talks, as well as watching you all, the class of 2024 graduate. So it is my honor to deliver the vote of thanks. Honorable Chief Guest, Chaturanga Abesinghe, Deputy Minister of Industry and Entrepreneurship Development. Guest of Honor, Mr. Orlando Edwards, Country Director, British Council, Sri Lanka. Representatives of our partner, Northumbria University, Dr. Lee Barron and Ms. Molly Clark. Distinguished guests, faculty members and staff of AOD, graduates, and their families. It is indeed my great pleasure to extend our heartfelt appreciation to all of you who have made this convocation a truly memorable occasion. First and foremost, we extend our sincere gratitude to our chief guest, Honorable Chaturanga Abesinghe, for honoring us with your presence today. Your recognition of the transformative power of design and its potential impact to industry and building of Sri Lanka's creative economy is truly encouraging. At AOD, we are committed to continue to deliver meaningful impact through the work we do from the grassroots communities to industry by leveraging design-driven solutions to uplift local livelihoods, rural livelihoods, and empower businesses through design integration and innovation. We believe design is a game changer for Sri Lanka's creative economy, and your presence today underscores that significance of this vision. We deeply appreciate your support and inspiring words as our graduates embark on their journeys in design and innovation. To our guest of honor, Mr. Orlando Edwards, we are immensely grateful for your presence here today. The British Council's contribution for our growth since the inception has been instrumental in fostering global opportunities and our many initiatives together throughout the years to position Sri Lanka's creative economy and commence the dialogue on the importance of supporting creative industries. And we appreciate your valuable contributions. A special note of gratitude to Dr. Lee Barron and Ms. Molly Clark from the Transnational Education Development Department of Northumbria University for their commitment and efforts in ensuring seamless integration of global academic standards within our programs. Your contribution is deeply valued. To our faculty members, your dedication and mentorship have been the cornerstone of our students' success. Your tireless efforts in fostering creativity and excellence have helped shape confident and skilled graduates who are ready to make an impact in the world. A heartfelt thank you as well to our non-academic team, whose invaluable support ensures that AOD continues to cultivate and empower the next generation of creative leaders. And to Linda, for inspiring us all and just leading with a pure vision to drive us all towards success. To the parents, families, and friends of our graduates, thank you for your unwavering support and encouragement. Your belief in their dreams has made this day possible. I think every student here, every speaker here recognized your courage in supporting and bold decisions to allow your children to embark on this journey, and this is where they are ready to go to the world and make a great impact. So thank you very much. And finally, to our graduates, today is a celebration of your hard work, perseverance, and creativity. As you step into the future, carry forward with the knowledge, skills, and passion you have gained here at the Academy of Design. We are proud of you and confident that you will leave a lasting mark on the world of design. And always keep in touch with your inner child. Once again, thank you all for being part of this special evening. Wishing you, our graduates, great success in their journey ahead. Thank you, everyone. Good evening.
Thank you, Nilmini. And that brings us to the end of this lovely evening. Thank you all for joining us on this very special occasion, and congratulations once again to our class of 2024. A very warm thank you to the proud parents and guests who were able to participate in this memorable event physically and virtually. Thank you all. Please stand up while our distinguished guests leave the hall.